All right, this is part two for that last video. I had to stop it because it was much too long. Sorry, I know this is a very long video and you guys aren't used to me talking this much, but I want to get it all out because I think it'll be helpful. I know not all of it makes sense. It didn't to me in the beginning either, but take your time. If you actually care, take your time, look things up, research a little bit, try and figure out things, and you'll see like the things that I'm trying to explain to you guys. Everything is not what it seems. Unfortunately, we're in um so I want to explain to you what's actually happening. Like I said, it's good versus evil. Satan has sort of this influence in the world where his stuff wants to flourish. It wants to bloom. If Satan plants a flower in this world, it really wants to bloom because it is his world. He's the God of this world. Even the Bible says it. He's the God of this world for now, and the kingdoms of the earth suffereth violence. But what I'm trying to get to is he has many different things going on. His main goal is to kill you, kill me, make sure that we die in our sin. We sin so much that we do things and we don't care anymore. We do it so much that our hearts get hardened where we don't really want to repent anymore. We don't really want to do things like that are good anymore. And then we die. So if he can get you to the point where you're so depressed and you're so miserable to commit suicide, that's what he'll get you to do. Not him personally, but he'll have his little minions doing things and influencing and making sure that you do the project. So, what's been happening since 2000, since the year 2000, there have been more mass shootings than the 80 years prior. So from 1920 to the year 2000, I think it was only like 102 maybe mass shootings, and some were like, it's kind of mean, but some weren't like really mass shootings. Some were just like three or four. And from 1920 to 2000, 80 years, it was only probably like 102 mass shootings. Now, after 2000, after the year 2000, because we're in the new age, of we're in the age of Aquarius. We're in the age of just evil really taking over, really pushing it. Once the year 2000 hit, things really started changing. Things really started accelerating because we are now actually in the end. And many people won't believe that. Many people don't even want to hear that, but it's just the truth, and we'll see very soon. So 2001, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, there were mass shootings, like events, all those years, right? And it was three mass shootings, 9 people died, 20 people died, 18 people died. That was in the first couple of years in 2000. 2006 came, it was 4 events. 2007, 5. 2008, 6. 2009, 7. 2010, 5. 2011, 6. Before 2007, there was only like 2 other years that had more than 3 mass shootings in that one year. Now, after 2006, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there has never been only 3 ever again in one year, like mass shooting events. So 2007, 5, 2008, 6 mass shootings, 2009, 7, 2010, 5, 2011, 6, 2012, which was the year of this, and Sandy Hook, that had 12 mass shootings that year. 2012, 2013, 7, 2014, 6, 2015, 12 again, 2016, 14, 2017, 22, 2018, 19, 2019, 18 events. And it just keeps getting higher and higher. You can tell that there's something going on. It already passed it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 years, it already passed more mass shooting events than it had in 80 years prior. In just 6 years. That's insane. That's just the United States. I don't know about the world. I'm trying to talk to you people in the US because we're falling. What it shows is that it's accelerating very quickly. It's going crazy, and there is no slowing it down now. Evil is rampant. You see it everywhere. Evil is everywhere. Sons are killing their mothers, and mothers are killing their daughters, and everybody wants abortion, I guess, now. People just want to kill babies everywhere, and people are making things up so that it benefits them instead of benefiting, if you want to say it like that, the world, or doing something for the Lord. They'd rather do everything for themselves. People are really selfish. The world is just completely evil, and that's the road that we've gone down. I mean, 2020, it actually kind of chilled out because of the pandemic, though. I think 2020 was a big shift because even though I know that it was the world doing its things, trying to control people, God still used it for His will because that's just the way it is. God always uses any bad thing. He used the Pharaoh. He uses any bad thing for His will. He gave us a little bit of time in 2020. He said, "Look, y'all better start choosing and realizing what's real and what's fake. If you guys want good, then here it is. If you guys want bad, then here it is. You can choose." And 2020 was that kind of like choosing year. Now it's gone back up. 2021, last year, 10. This year, we're already past. Like, it's only getting worse. So most of the mass shootings are controlled. The government has an agenda, and while they want to accomplish that agenda, they also have things that need to be put in place before they can make a certain man, Antichrist, raise up and rule over the world for himself and call himself God, and where people will literally worship him. Um, I was gonna tell you guys about one way or another, they are gonna take your guns. They're gonna take the guns. They're not gonna be nice about it. They're gonna either make you get so tired of all the chaos that you start using all your guns and using all your ammo and killing each other, or you're gonna hand them up willingly. Um, yeah. Oh, they never. These news stations, they never, they never go to where they should go. They never say, "Wait a minute. Let's think about why these school shootings are actually happening. Let's think about maybe this isn't just the gun. Maybe the gun isn't really the big problem. Maybe they don't pause and say, wait a minute, school shootings have really been like picking up since we said no more Bibles in school. We can't have Bibles in school. 1960 something. We can't have any more Bibles in schools. That's it. We're gonna ban them. It's too controversial. It's too much. No more Bibles. They don't say school shootings have really been active ever since we did that. They they don't say, oh, ever since we stopped allowing prayer in school shootings have also risen. They don't say that. They don't acknowledge that before, when people were actually trying to be moral and trying to be good with God and have a relationship with God and read the Bible, learn the books of the Bible in school, pray before you actually start school. These things never happened. So like I know that it had to progress and had to get to where it's at right now, but these things didn't happen at all. They weren't even thought about because well, God had His hand of protection during all that time in those schools because they actually those schools, believe it or not, they actually implemented really good things. And now, what do they want to implement? They want to teach your kid. These little kids that just died. God had mercy on them by taking them. He had mercy on them. It's just the truth. You want to teach them how to be a homosexual, a sodomite. You want to teach them how to change their genders, and if they want to, they can do it right then and there. You want to teach them about who Satan is. This is all just come out of nowhere and has infested the schools. It's literally the opposite. It had the Bible in the school. It had prayer, and I don't like calling it religious, but it had its Christ's doctrine in the school at one point. Slowly it started turning, and now they just want Satan's doctrine in the school. And since you want Satan's doctrine in the school, Satan is gonna dwell where you guys want him to dwell. He's saying, "Oh, yeah, you guys want me to be in that school? No problem. Teach them how to be a sodomite. Teach them how to change their gender. Teach them about loving, love. At the same time, you don't even know what love or true love is because you don't even care to actually read the Bible and understand what love means and how love attends to somebody. So then you're perverting these kids, you're poisoning these kids, you're messing these kids up for the future because that's what it's for. It's for the kids. The future is going to be literally hell because of what they're teaching the kids. So God says, okay, go ahead, do your thing then, Satan, go ahead. And then he does his thing, and then we end up all like, why? Well, because we are literally asking for it, and God is going to take them. You want to abort 70 million babies in what, like 50 years? Kill that many kids? Okay. God is like, all right, cool. No problem. Keep aborting kids. No problem. I'll take them. You guys aren't going to do any good with them. You guys are obviously not going to do any good with them, teaching them a bunch of stuff that they shouldn't be learning, like you did in Sodom and Gomorrah. I'll take them, yeah. You guys want to do these abortions that are behind the curtains, sacrifices to Baal, then cool, I'll take them. You want to be teaching them all these weird things in school? No problem. There's going to be shootings because I'm not going to be there to protect them, but I'm going to be there to receive them because they're innocent. These little kids are innocent. They have nothing to do with what is actually going on in this world. And so they're innocent and God takes them, receives them as soon as they're dead. I know that, but it's not gonna it's not gonna get any better. And it's gonna get to a point where women aren't gonna be able to have kids even if they want to. It's gonna get to the point where people are gonna be see and I don't want to be I'm gonna start getting really really mean, I guess, because some people are very emotional or defensive when it comes to this. But if you're a gay person, you're only gay until you need to stop extinction. If there's only a couple of people left on Earth and you say that you're gay and you know that there's no other way to have kids on Earth and that after you that's it because you're gay, you're gonna change, then you're gonna be straight that quick because you know that you're gonna have to keep living. What I'm trying to say is that there is no real benefit or real progression in life other than pleasure, which has to do with the flesh, which has to do with the skin and the brain, other than pleasure with being gay. What do you actually get from it? Beneficial, other than pleasure? Nothing. There's literally nothing out there. It doesn't make sense. You guys take it to science and take it to other levels and do this and do that with it. It just doesn't make sense. And I'm saying it as I should because this has to be said. I'm not scared to say what has to be said because someday, maybe in 50 years, if we're still here, a little kid might come upon this video and say, wow, that's actually how I've been thinking. Because none of this makes sense. This is all going down the hill and it's rolling down the hill and it's really bad. And Doesn't make any sense. I don't understand this. Um, so they I'm not attacking anybody who's gay. I'm not trying to say that if you're gay, I hate you, because I don't hate people, period. But I am trying to say that you should probably try and realize that you're not born gay. It's a choice, and you learn what gay is as you grow. You learn. You're not just born with it. When you're born with something, you have no choice. I'm born with diabetes. I have no choice. Okay, I won't even compare it to something bad. I'm born with one eye green and one eye blue. I have no choice. I can put in contacts and I can try and hide the colors because I don't like them or whatever. But I have no choice. I was born that way. I was born with the one eye green and one eye blue. If you were born gay, you would have no choice. You would literally have no choice. When the world is ending and there's only 50 people on Earth, if you were born gay, you have no choice. You can't choose to be straight now to reproduce or to keep life going. No, you obviously have a choice. You obviously can say, well, I'm not going to be gay today. It's something that you learn, it's something that you grow learning. And until you come to God and you say, Lord, I don't know what this is. I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, I do like the same gender. And you could like the same gender so much to the point that you love them. You love them so much. And then that's the heart. That's the heart speaking. But then since the brain comes in, I always say this is the heart, the love, and then the brain is the science because the brain is the one that actually tries to trick you all the time. The brain comes in and says, "Oh, I'm not satisfied with just loving the person of the same sex because they're such a good person. They're caring, they're nice, I love them. I'm not satisfied." The brain says, "I'm not satisfied. I need more. Let's try and do something more. What else can we do? What else can we do to connect more, to feel more integrated with this person of the same sex? What can I do?" And your brain starts working and working and working up to the point, and you could be this small. You could be a little 5 year old thinking like that, of course. Nope, there's no limit to it. But once you realize, wait a minute, this is probably like how many cons are this? Does this have? There's so many cons to it. There's so many unbeneficial things to it. So many bad things, negative things that come out of it. Let me at least try and see if there's something else. No, now everything is pride. I'm so prideful. Me, 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 me. I am so prideful. So I'm not gonna even try and figure out if maybe this I wasn't born with being gay. Maybe I am straight, but I'm just a little bit lustful, sinful, prideful, and I want to be going after the same sex. But since I realize that, let me try and figure it out. Let me try and pray. Let me try and ask God to help me. Let me try because you're living in hell. It's the truth. You could smile all day and say you're happy and say, "Yes, I'm gay and I'm happy and prideful and this and that." When you go back home and you're back in your room all by yourself, you know what you're thinking. Unless your heart is completely hardened to God's love and God's will, you know what you're actually thinking. And you know what's going on in your head. Because until you have that love, that real love from God, you don't feel peace. You don't find peace. You don't feel peace. You just keep going about every day and walking down that highway to hell. But I wanted to end it with that. I am grateful that I was led to do this because I think I had to. I know many people, like I said, aren't going to really get some things out of this, but hopefully the majority of it gets some people thinking. Mm, I had one more thing, but I forgot what it was. Mm, here it is. Well, thank everybody for joining. These things are just embarrassing, and do some research. The videos are still out there. I love you all, and I hope the Lord blesses and guides each and everybody who is listening to me right now. Yeshua HaMashiach, the one and only, who has all power and all glory, is the only one who can help anybody in this time.